Hello everybody, DK here, and welcome to my review of the Transformers Studio Series Constructicon Scavenger slash Demolisher, and this figure. That is all I have to say at the start here, but this figure. Let's not waste any time with this review. Let's jump right into it by starting off and taking a look at the box. So here we have the packaging for Scavenger slash Demolisher. We have an awesome picture of Scavenger slash Demolisher right there. Constructicon Scavenger Studio Series 55, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Generations. On this side, we have an awesome picture of a Devastator, cool little Devastator icon up there. Transformers on the back. How? I will talk about that in depth in this video, but how? Anyway, on the bottom, we have a cool little thing showing you the little display base that's included with the figure. On this side, you have another awesome picture of Scavenger 55 Studio Series, all that good shit. He is a leader class. I'm not going to, never mind. Anyway, on the top of the box, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and on the bottom, a bunch of shit that nobody gives a flying flip about. And now let's get the box out of here and bring in this figure. This figure, I say this with no hyperbole, I absolutely love this figure. I love this figure for all the wrong and right reasons. This guy is awesome. Let's get into this. And yeah, you just saw it, so woo! This is the vehicle mode for Scavenger, and it looks awesome in my opinion. I love this vehicle mode. From this side, I think it looks absolutely awesome. From this side, it looks freaking cool, but yeah, let's just address it real quick here. Dude, think about what Hasbro had to accomplish here. Think about what happened here. The CEO of Hasbro came in to the creators of this series and were like, "Hey, you guys have to make this happen. You guys have to make this happen, and it also has to be able to combine with, what is it, 8 other robots to make a ginormous, movie-accurate Revenge of the Fallen Devastator." How? Look at this. Look at the wheels compared to the treads. Do you know how the original Voyager class of this figure transformed? The wheel did a trick where you would push the treads together and it turned into a wheel. Clearly, they can't do that for this figure, because how on earth are they going to have that there and also make it and be able to be transformed into Devastator? How on earth? How did they do it? That's some devil magic, man. And obviously, to accomplish said devil magic, some things had to be sacrificed, like the vehicle mode being a little bit less seamless than you would usually expect from a Transformers figure. Usually you wouldn't expect stuff like this, and to show that, here is Scavenger slash Demolisher compared to the Studio Series Soundwave. Soundwave is, as you can see, a pretty seamless design, obviously besides the bottom, but what are you going to do about that? There's not really anything you can do. But overall, Soundwave's design is sleek and seamless. Because of the things that the Hasbro team had to do to engineer this figure into turning into, first of all, turning into that, whatever the hell that is, turning this into that, and also have it be able to combine with the other Constructicons to create a movie-accurate Revenge of the Fallen Devastator. This I am not even slightly mad about. I'm not even gonna take off negative points because of the way this looks, because you cannot expect them to have this as well, especially at the price point that these Studio Series figures sell out. This is an absolutely acceptable design in my opinion, and it's a worthy sacrifice to create such an amazing robot mode and quite a nice looking torso mode for Devastator. So I am not mad about it whatsoever. Now, getting in here a little bit closer on the details, you can see this thing is huge if it were to be IRL size, because you have like a ladder like right here. You have a ladder right there. This huge scooping mechanism right there. Super, super cool. It does have some joints, so there is some articulation in here. You can move it at the base there. These actually can fold back if you want it to. You can just fold these up like that. That's for one of the modes, but you can do it if you want. Hey, you know, it's your toy. Do whatever you want with it. Very cool though. And as you can see on the other side, that same little ladder, you have this cool little part right here where the operator would be, obviously, and yeah, the treads are very nicely done as well, although they do have this kind of thing where they kind of come out of place every now and then. But yeah, the treads look very nicely done. A nice little silver paint on there, and yeah, the back, obviously. And yeah, I mean, overall, I'm not mad about the compromises that had to be made in vehicle mode at all, because I don't really see how on earth they could have done any way of having this look nice. Now, I know there is a third-party Scavenger coming out very soon where And I don't know anything about that, but I'm sure they'll probably work in some way to have this not look as bad. But that figure I can only imagine is going to be upwards of $100 to $200. This figure is a standard leader class figure that will run you only about $50 or so. So I am not mad about the sacrifices that had to be made here at all. It is very, very nicely done. Now, getting into the transformation, because the robot mode is what is so special about this, but we are going to start off with the torso mode. Now, the transformation for this guy, in my opinion, is awesome. I love the transformation for this figure, although it is rather complicated. So to get him into torso mode, what you're going to do is you're going to split these pieces, lift these pieces up, fold these out like this. And then these pieces right here can go 360, and they can go down like this, clip this into place, and have that go like that, and do the same thing on the other side. Rotate this all the way around, and bring this piece down, and it will clip into place just like that. You can then fold these back like this. It helps to move this thing up like that, and these pieces will bend down into here. Actually, I should not have done that. There we go. So you can bend these pieses down, and they clip into a little clip. As you can see here, there is a little part right there, which will clip right there into this piece right there. If you can, it is quite difficult to get this into place. So, give it some force. It can take it. I have transformed this thing countless times, so it can take it. Don't worry. So move that down. I am already having a hard time with this. And by the end of it, you want to have something like this going on. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to move these pieces out of the way, which if there's one thing I hate about this figure, it is these pieces. We'll talk about them more later, but these pieces right here are going to separate at the bottom, just like that. And then the wheel here opens, and you can actually close these together just like that. And at this point, you want to rotate these arm pieces forward, just like so, although they do clip into place right here, so make sure those are disengaged first. There you go. A lot of pieces to work around here. Obviously, transformation's kind of complicated on this guy. And what you're going to do is take the treads here. These flip in like that. On the other side, I'll show you a little bit clearer here. You can pop those in just like that. And then there are pieces at the top here that fold open like that. This wheel spins just like this, and you want to kind of have this going on, and you want to bring this piece up like that. And you want to bring these pieces together on this axis right here, although it's kind of giving me a hard time. There you go. Rotate it this way, and you want to connect these two pieces together just like this. So as you can see here, these two pieces snap together in the center here. And there you go. That connects together just like that. Lay that right against there, and then take these pieces. They move to the back, although you don't want Scavenger's head to pop up. These also do have a hard time kind of sticking together, just like that. There we go. These little hooky pieces, though, these will just fold to the back, and you can just leave them back there. And then your final thing is you have these little tabs right here, and what you're going to do with these is you're going to take the arms, rotate them back around here, get them past this little part here, and then this tab right here is going to slot into that slot right there, and boom, there you go. Now you take this piece, rotate that around, and that will fit snug right there. Make sure this piece is bent down on the other side as well, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Rotate this around, get it past this little segment here, and then bend this piece down and clip it into place, just like you did on the other side. And there you go. There is the torso mode for Scavenger right there. Very, very, very cool. I think it looks very nice, honestly. I am probably not going to be able to ever make the full Devastator because you need a total of 9 Constructicons. And while I would love to have all 9 of them, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% never going to have them, but this does look very, very nice. And honestly, yeah, it looks awesome, honestly. If you do get the full Devastator, I'm sure it's a very, very impressive figure. But there you go. That is the transformation to the torso mode. Now for my favorite transformation for this guy, the robot mode transformation. I absolutely love the way this guy transforms into a robot. It uses such cool tricks, really fun to do. I've done it countless times and I've loved every second of it. Such a fun transformation. I really, really love it. So what you're gonna do is, once again, you're gonna flip these pieces up, take these pieces, fold them out just like this. You're kind of doing the same thing you were doing when you were transforming it into torso mode, and these pieces will fold up just like that. Take the treads here, push them back in just like that, and separate the piece. Once again, on the other side, push the treads in, and separate it just like that. Fold these pieces in at the bottom here. These just clip together just like that, and spin the wheel around just like that. Move the arms forward to get them out of the way. There you go. It might look like a mess, and trust me, when I first opened this guy, I thought the transformation was a mess, but honestly, it's so simple and so fun. I absolutely love it. So you spin these pieces around, and one thing you got to do when you're doing this piece is first you got to get past this segment right here. There you go. Spin these pieces around just like that, and what you got to do when you're doing this is you got to make sure that these treads are all the way pushed in, because if you don't, these will not be able to clip together, which is what you're going to do here. You're going to find these, you're going to put them up and down just like that, so the treads are facing each opposite ways, and then you're going to clip them together, and they should clip together right like that. If you feel any resistance, just mess with the treads, push the treads in some more, and that should fix it right up. Now, the final steps is you're just going to bring the arms down just like this. This arm is going to peg into place just like that. Rotate the arm completely around, take the elbow here, or this part, swivel this forward, and take this piece and lift it out just like this. Take this piece, swivel it around, and put it snug against the shoulder. Same thing on the other side. Bring this down, fold this up, click it into place. Just like that. Fold this out, swivel this forward, bring this out, and move the thumb out just like that. Get everything situated, bring this piece up just like that. Fold this piece up, bring the head down, and these pieces will just fit snugly into there. As you can see there on this side, you have these little slots right there, and those will sit into that piece right there on the wheel. Here, let me actually show you right there. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard. So right there on the wheel, you can see that little lip right there that I'm pointing at right there. You just take this piece, clip that right into there. That fits in just like that. Same thing on the other side. Once again, just clip that into place, and kaboom kabam, kadoom kadam, just like that, you are in robot mode. How awesome is that transformation, man? Hasbro, y'all are geniuses, and look at your outcome. This is so cool. In my opinion, this robot mode is so cool, so unique, and I absolutely loved the design of this guy in the actual Transformers Revenge of the Fallen movie, especially at the beginning of the movie when he was in Shanghai. God, this dude was just so cool. I always loved this guy's design. I've heard nothing but negative things about this guy's design, but personally, I genuinely, unironically love this design. I think it is so cool, and 100% looks like a Decepticon, man. This thing is awesome. Now, getting in here close on his features, the face sculpt is absolutely amazing. Look at that terrifying, menacing face sculpt. I absolutely love the way it came out, and just the design of this guy through and through. So cool. I absolutely love the way this guy looks down here. You do have some finger articulation right there. Super cool. Just absolutely awesome. And you wouldn't believe it when I tell you this, but this guy is fully posable. He can do so many great poses. The only limited posability is in the head. That is all. His arms can go up and down. Watch the, you know what, I'll save that a little bit longer for the articulation segment of the video, but seriously, man, this thing is a marvel of engineering, in my opinion. He is just awesome through and through. I love the way this guy looks. I love the transformation. The robot mode is my favorite of the two modes, but honestly, of the three modes, but honestly, I love the vehicle mode as well. This thing is just immaculate. I love the way it looks, and I wasn't kidding about that articulation. Going over his articulation, his head can move up, can go down, and can rotate full 360. And if you were wondering, yes, as you saw in the movie, one thing Demolisher did in the movie a lot was, as he was driving through Shanghai, he would flip upside down. And yes, you can flip him upside down. You can bring the arms forward completely, just like that. Rotate these pieces, just like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Once again, rotate the arm completely forward at this point, and you can have him upside down, just like that, just like he was doing in the movie, as he was flipping up and down all over when he was going through Shanghai. You can do all of that, but that's not even all. This guy's arms are fully posable. They can go full 360, although something I've still not figured out is there must be some kind of connection with these two joints, because when you move this, that happens. I don't really know why, but I mean, if you just hold it in place, you know, you can kind of counteract it. I don't know, it's kind of weird, ain't it? that his arms kind of control that, but whatever. The arms can do a full 360. The hands can go out. Look at all this articulation he's got. He can go out, he can go in. These pieces can obviously allow him to go up like that. He has a swivel at the elbow right there. The arms, it can move up, can do a double joint. He has a double jointed bend, for crying out loud. This weird, freaky design has double jointed elbows. And then the hands here, this thing folds out like that, so you have some finger articulation right there. And we're not done. Look at this shit. This thing rotates. You can get this guy in some really, really cool poses, man. It is baffling to me how Hasbro was able to pull this off, man. Devil magic. Oh my god, this toy is so cool, man. Everything about him. The fact that he's fully articulated is truly astonishing to me. Now, for comparison, here he is with the Deluxe Class Soundwave. So you can see how he looks with a Deluxe Class. And yeah, the scale's off here. I mean, obviously, did you see the movie? Did you see how humongous this guy was in the movie? Optimus Prime was that size compared to him, and the Optimus Prime is a Voyager class figure. The scale is off here. What do you want, man? They already worked enough devil magic into this. Did you really need some kind of scale modifier? There you go. There he is with a Deluxe Class figure. Well, now I apologize, my Transformers collection is a little bit small right now, not for much longer, that's for damn sure, but here he is. But I do have the Dark of the Moon Voyager Shockwave as well for another comparison, so there you have that comparison as well. And I do have one more. I also have the Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Megatron right there. And obviously this scale is not right whatsoever because the Studio Series figures were meant to scale with each other. I fully intend to buy the Voyager Class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron very soon. I really, really want that figure in my collection. But yeah, there is that comparison for what it's worth. Once again, I apologize. My Transformers collection is currently very small, but this guy has single-handedly brought me back into the land of Transformers collecting. Holy shit, this figure is amazing. For a standard 7-inch scale figure comparison, here he is with one of the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. And for a standard 6-inch scale comparison, here he is with the Figma Ryuko Matoi. How did you do this, Hasbro? This is some devil magic. I adore this figure. My final thoughts on this figure. This is one of my favorite Transformers figures I have ever owned, period. He is so awesome. I love everything about this guy. He doesn't even have any, like, back imperfections or anything like that, because there is no back. Everything about this guy, I think, is just absolutely immaculate. This is one of the coolest Transformer figures I have ever owned. I am so happy to have this guy in my collection. I am so glad I bought this guy, because my Target only had one, and I knew I wanted him, and I knew I needed to pull the trigger, and I am so glad I did. This dude is freaking awesome. If you can get this guy, get him. He is so cool, especially if you can create the full Devastator. But honestly, even if you can't, even if you don't care about creating the full Devastator, because honestly, I don't have much interest in that. I just wanted this character. I thought he was so cool at the beginning of Revenge of the Fallen. I love his design. As a kid, I always wanted the Voyager class figure, and now I have him, and he is fucking awesome. He is easily one of my top 3 favorite Transformer figures I have ever owned, period. And trust me, when I was a kid, I had a humongous collection of Transformers. This guy is awesome. Everything about him is awesome. This, oh my god, just how did they do it? How? I can't get over this thing. I love him so much. And yeah, I 100% recommend you buy this guy ASAP. He is awesome every step of the way. I love him. With that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to see more Transformer reviews, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. This is my very first Transformers review ever, but if you guys enjoyed it, I can certainly do more. I can certainly review Soundwave, and I am so going in on the Studio Series figures, on the Studio Series line. I have been wanting representations of these movie Transformers for the longest time, and this thing has blown me away. I am definitely going to start a collection for these. I need to get that Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, man. He looks so awesome. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out. The fallen shall rise again.